Hello everybody, it's vanburman here. Welcome to part 1 of Final Fantasy 9. We're playing the PlayStation 1 edition, but there are no other editions. So, yeah. This is probably the third or fourth time I've tried to do it, so as in tried to film the first part. So hopefully it will go well, but if it doesn't, then you'll never see this video anyway, so I don't suppose it will really matter. Had a bit of configuration issues with the emulator, but after a bit of searching on the internet and having a play around with it, hopefully this is the best or the most optimal conditions for it. I managed to get the graphics working after having lots of problems with that, only to have the sound go wrong on me. But anyway, where do I start? Well, yep, as I said in the last video, or in the previous video, this is probably my favourite Final Fantasy game that's come out. I actually can't remember what year it was now that I got this game. No. Might have been the same year I went to Canada, but I can't really remember. Very long time ago. And this was one of the presents that I got from my grandparents. So they gave me Final Fantasy 9, or I picked Final Fantasy 9, and they also took me to the cinema to go and see Final Fantasy The Spirits Within, which of course was not a brilliant film, but I loved all things Final Fantasy at the time, so I didn't think it was that bad. And actually it's not the worst film in the world, but of course well, if you didn't know this, it is probably one of the main, if not the sole reason, that Squaresoft basically went bankrupt and had to merge with Square Enix. I mean, of course, it sort of rolled on for a while. It wasn't as clear-cut as that. It wasn't, oh, the film came out, didn't do very well, and then they immediately had to seek help. Of course, they did manage to develop Final Fantasy X before, which of course did really well. So Final Fantasy 9 is probably one of the greatest games for the PlayStation 1. I mean, it came out right at the end of its lifespan, or before the PlayStation 2 came out. And this is what we were blessed with. Final Fantasy's normally been ahead of the curve in terms of graphics, and this one was probably one of the best graphical games for the PlayStation 1 when it did come out, and probably one of the best ones, full stop. So anyway, we're into the game now, and I've been talking far too much about general knowledge rather than the actual game. So basically, yeah, you've met the main character, Zidane, and his basic role in the party is a thief. Now, for me personally, I know other people don't like it that way, but for me personally, I like the fact that characters have got defined roles within the team. You know, Zidane is a thief. I'm not really that keen on the thief profession as such. Not that keen on the skills that they deploy. My main target is to defeat the enemy rather than worrying what I can steal from him. But nevertheless, I'm gonna try and do that a bit more now in this playthrough, and actually try and use him a bit more as a thief. But normally he just ends up being my jackhammer, to be honest. That's normally how I tend to build him. One thing I will say about the PlayStation 1 emulation is that the battles do run a bit slow, unfortunately, but this was the only setting in which I could get the battles to actually work. So I'll have a bit of a mess around with it as we go along, but for now this is the best that we've got. So it starts off with Zidane on an airship, as you can tell, and it's now time to go through the plan of action, which you will soon be told about. So basically, the very, very beginning of the game is set in Alexandria, which is one of the main cities in the Final Fantasy IX world. And the mission that we're on is to kidnap the princess. And these are going through what is happening. So the airship they're on is going to be going into the city, and they're going to be performing a play. And they're going to use that basically as a distraction in order to kidnap the princess. Blank's the guy with the headband around his face, and Marcus is the one with the bandana on. Ogaloops are like the frogs of the world, which a lot of people are scared of. So my job is to kidnap Princess Garnet, the most babylicious beauty. I can't imagine him saying that, to be honest, but hey. There's no voice acting, so what do I know? As you can probably gather, the start of it is little chunks of some of the main characters, and a fair amount of cutscenes as well to do with it. So if you haven't already guessed what he is, if you know, basic fantasy, I'm not sure what characteristics, then you'll know that he's obviously a mage, given by the hat and the robe. And just in case you forgot what game we're playing, it's going to tell us now. So in this part we are going to be taking over, or taking control of a different character. But I'm not going to skip too far ahead. So this is the streets of Alexandria now. I think he's alright. He'll get up. That's the ticket. What do you reckon he's going to go and see? I'm guessing it's going to be the play that's going to be put on. So the thing I never normally do is go... Actually, I can't remember last time I went backwards from the start. Nobles come to watch it. These are the nobles here. I wonder if I can leave. No, I can't leave. The gate leads outside, but I can't go through it. Not a bad thing. So I believe we can go into the menu and it just comes up with question marks because we haven't actually named the character yet. We haven't been given the option to. Oh, and now we're going to get run into by this little guy. And off he goes. So obviously, as with any game like this, it's always important to go and talk to as many of the NPCs as possible because, well, you never know what they might give you or what information they might impart. So we can go in the tavern here. I'm not sure if we actually get anything from this. Nope, not at the minute. There is actually a mini game coming up here, which, yeah, gotta go and show my ticket to the ticket man. But before that, I will show you the mini game, which is stupid. I can't remember how many rope skips you have to get, but it's quite a lot in order to get the prize. I didn't even do one. Goodness, I'm terrible at that. Come on then, let's do it again. Let's see if I can do any better. What, I pressed... Oh my god. I pressed it then. Don't give me that. Come on then, one more try. See if I can do it. Ah, oh well, never mind. That's actually the best I've ever done on that, because I don't have the patience to keep going and trying it over and over again. Anyway, let's go into the ticket booth and hand him my ticket. Actually, let's just get a bit of lore from him. It's ruled by Queen Brain. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Braun. Anyway. Who's Princess Garnet? She's 16. Goodness. Right. Let's show our ticket and see what he has to say. Oh, it's fake. Poor little mage. So, yep, he's given us some cards so we can go and learn how to play the card game. There are some other cards lying around in places. I can't exactly remember where they are, though, because I think you need at least 5 cards to play. No, I don't think I remember where they are. I hid 3 precious cards in a safe place. Yeah, so basically the ones that he's hidden, you can go around and find. They're not that good. They're just regular ones, I think. Wow, harsh. Are you Alleyway Jack? Okay, we'll be your slave. Why not? So basically, he's going to nick the ladder. And there's Alleyway Jack. I believe he takes us back to the pub now. Yeah, he does. He's going to teach us how to play cards. So yeah, because we only have 3 cards, we can't go and play. You have to have 5. So, and like I said, I don't really remember where the cards are. Oh, well, there's one. That one there as well. Oh, that's a potion. So yeah, there will be. I think there's one near the weapon shop, but I don't remember. And it's not really something I want to spend ages looking for either, because I would like to show off the card game. 38 gil on the floor. Random. Don't really need to buy anything from the shop at this. Oh wait, do I? If I think ahead, I'd probably. We'll do that. That might be needed. If we're just giving away too much there or what. So it's good that the NPC's reaction changes after you've given the ticket in, because, you know, it'd be boring if they said the same things all the time. I think you can get a card by doing the skipping challenge, but I'm not really sure. People are so scary. There's nothing down there, is there? Like I say, I honestly don't remember where this other card is. Ooh. Oh, God darn it. Got me excited then for a minute. Up there is the way to the castle, but obviously that's being guarded off. Here's the weapon salesman. I'm not sure. We can't actually buy anything from them at the minute. And there's a remedy. So yeah, there's lots of stuff that's hiding around in nooks and crannies, but anyway, I can't find that other card. I give up. I know it's here somewhere. The 3 Historic Knights of Pluto. Anyway, I guess we'd better follow the little guy and see what is going on. A mini theatre. So here he is with his ladder. Don't think he can do it by boat. Well, I would never do that. He's talking about airships, and I think this guy's lost his... Yeah, he lost his cat. Tell me if you've seen him. Found some eye drops. Rope champions. Yeah, me with 21. Poor effort, really. So now she's left, I think we can go into the bedroom. Three gil. Find Fancy likes doing that, likes putting gil underneath beds. For some bizarre reason. Anyway, I barely got anywhere in this time that I've been filming this, so... Alright then, I'll go first. Boop. That's Kupu. He's a Moogle. And it's now that I hope that the memory card function on this emulator is working. Because if not, you have to go and do all this again. So we have Stiltskin. He is like a travelling Moogle. And I believe he has a shop as well at one point. So basically one of the ways in which you understand what's going on in the world is by talking to the Moogles, and they will write letters to each other. And you get to read their letters, weirdly enough. But it does give you a sense of the perspective in the world as you go on through the game. So this guy wants to go and see the show. And are there anything in the Moogle net? Yeah. Basically just saying what I had said then. So we can go and deliver the letters, and when we deliver them, we get to read them as well. So we're going to go and save the game here. I think it's been, well, an interesting enough start. Not really, nothing very high octane, but nevertheless, a decent enough start to it. So, about 20 minutes, that's, well, about right, I think. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the first part of this. The next part is probably likely to be a bit longer, just purely because there's quite a lot that happens, I believe, between the next 2 save points. But there you go. I'll see you very soon, guys. Thank you much for watching.